Hey Vikings faithful, SKOL Nation, what's good? It's your boy, Alex, your die-hard Vikings fan, bringing you the hottest Minnesota Vikings news for 2025. Buckle up, because we're diving into the wild world of trade rumors, training camp hype, and some massive roster moves that could shape our Super Bowl dreams. Is Jalen Ramsey coming to Minnesota? What's the vibe at camp? And who's locking in for the long haul? Let's unpack it all with that purple pride. SKOL, ready for the ride? Let's hit the ground running with the biggest question mark on our roster. First up, the cornerback spot is buzzing, and Jalen Ramsey's name is everywhere. The Minnesota Vikings secondary is a mixed bag right now. Byron Murphy Jr. is our rock at CB1, but CB2 and CB3? Total wild cards as we head into training camp. Word on the street is that Ramsey, the Miami Dolphins superstar, could be on the move, and some analysts think Minnesota's got the draft picks and cap space to make it happen. Imagine Ramsey locking down receivers in that purple and gold. Could he be the key to a dominant Vikings defense? But hold up, let's talk dollars and cents. Ramsey's got a hefty 3-year, $72.3 million contract, with about $24 million guaranteed for 2025. The Vikings could swing a mid-round pick, like a third or fifth, to snag him, and they've got $23.5 million in cap space this year. But here's the catch. 2026 is a cap nightmare, with a projected $60 million deficit. Adding Ramsey's $18.3 million cap hit that year could sting. Should we go all in for a proven star, or trust our young guns like Isaiah Rodgers? What do you think, SKOL fam? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Alright, let's keep the energy high and shift gears to the 2025 training camp schedule. It's official, and it's got us hyped. The Minnesota Vikings dropped the details, with 12 practices open to fans at TCO Performance Center. That's right, we're getting up close and personal with JJ McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, and the squad as they gear up for a playoff push. Camp kicks off in late July, and it's packed with fan events, autograph sessions, and more. Who's ready to see our boys grind in Eagan? Picture this. The sun's shining, the crowd's roaring, and our Vikings are battling it out on the field. These open practices are our chance to see how Kevin O'Connell's offense and Brian Flores' defense are coming together. Will JJ McCarthy show he's QB1 material? Can our revamped defensive line dominate? Last year, camp was electric, and with new faces and a hungry roster, 2025 is going to be next level. Who's planning to hit up a practice? Let me know where you'll be cheering from. Now, here's a juicy tidbit. Camp isn't just about drills. It's where roster battles heat up. The cornerback competition is going to be fierce, with Isaiah Rodgers and Mekhi Blackmon fighting for snaps. Brian Flores loves Rodgers' speed and ball skills, but a trade for Ramsey could shake things up. If we don't land Ramsey, are we cool with Rodgers and Blackmon holding it down? Or should we chase a vet like Stephon Gilmore, who's still a free agent? The camp vibes will tell us a lot, so stay tuned. Vikings fans, let's talk about a big win for the Vikings defense. Andrew Van Ginkel's fresh contract extension. The edge rusher just inked a 1-year, $23 million deal after a career-high 11.5 sacks and his first Pro Bowl nod last season. This dude's a beast, and locking him in is huge for our pass rush. With Jonathan Greenid and Dallas Turner, our D-line is looking scary good. Can you feel the SKOL vibes yet? Van Ginkel's versatility is what makes him special. He's a nightmare for quarterbacks and a lockdown run defender. Last year, he racked up 78 tackles and 2 forced fumbles, proving he's worth every penny. Pair him with Flores' blitz-heavy scheme, and we're talking about a defense that could dominate the NFC North. But here's the question. Is Van Ginkel the final piece? Or do we need more firepower to chase that Lombardi trophy? Hit the comments with your hot takes. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Jordan Addison's legal trouble. Our star wide receiver is set to go to trial next month on a DUI charge in California, and it's got Vikings fans nervous. Addison's coming off a solid 2024 with 911 receiving yards, but a guilty verdict could mean NFL discipline, maybe even a suspension. This could mess with our offensive plans, especially with JJ McCarthy stepping up as QB1. How do we handle this, SKOL Nation? Addison's speed and route running are critical to our explosive offense, and losing him for any games would hurt. The trial's outcome could drop later this summer, so we're holding our breath. Should the Vikings plan for a worst-case scenario and sign a veteran receiver as insurance? Or do we trust guys like Brandon Powell to step up? Let's hear your game plan in the comments. Because we're all in this together. Back to the Ramsey rumor mill. Why hasn't this trade happened yet? Some say it's because Flores is all in on his current crew. Ramsey's elite, no doubt. Last year, he started all 17 games for Miami, with 5 interceptions and a 68.5% completion rate against him. But his $24 million price tag for 2025 is a lot, and the Vikings are already spending $357 million on the roster, tops in the NFL. Is Ramsey worth the gamble, or are we better off rolling with our young corners? Here's the financial breakdown. Ramsey's contract has option bonuses that spread the cap hit. $18.98 million in 2025, $8.135 million in 2026, and $8.835 million in 2027. The Vikings could rework the deal or ask Miami to eat some cash, but it's a risk with our 2026 cap mess. If we pull the trigger, Ramsey could transform our secondary, but it might block playing time for guys like Dwight McGlothern. What's the move, Vikings fans? Go big or stay patient? Let's zoom out to the bigger picture, our Super Bowl window. With J.J. McCarthy on a rookie deal, Justin Jefferson locked in, and a top-tier defense, the Vikings are built to compete now. Analysts rank us among the top NFC contenders, behind only the Eagles and Lions. But our secondary's depth and QB uncertainty are red flags. Can McCarthy handle the pressure as a first-year starter? And will our corners hold up against studs like Amon-Ra St. Brown? This is where the Ramsey talk gets spicy. His veteran leadership and high football IQ could stabilize our backfield and give our pass rushers like Van Ginkel more time to wreak havoc. But if we pass on Ramsey, we're betting on Flores magic to turn Rodgers and Blackman into stars. It's a bold move either way, and I want to know, what's your gut telling you, SKOL fam? Are we one piece away from a championship? Let's not sleep on the draft capital angle. The Vikings have their 3rd and 5th round picks in 2025, plus potential compensatory picks. Trading a mid-rounder for Ramsey could be a steal if he delivers all-pro production. But here's the flip side. Those picks could land us young talent to build for the future, especially with our 2026 cap issues. Do we mortgage a bit of the future for a shot at glory now, or play the long game? Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, our GM, is known for creative moves, restructuring contracts, making bold trades. He's already freed up cap space by tweaking Josh Oliver's deal, giving us more room to play. If Kwesi goes for Ramsey, it's a signal we're all in for 2025. But if he passes, it's a vote of confidence in our current roster. What's your take on Kwesi's strategy, Vikings fans? Drop it below. Alright, let's wrap this up with some SKOL spirit. The 2025 season is shaping up to be a wild ride. Training camp battles, Ramsey trade rumors, Van Ginkel's extension, and Addison's legal drama. We're on the cusp of something special, but we need your voice, Vikings Nation. Should we chase Ramsey? Trust our young corners? How do we handle Addison's situation? Smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and share this with every Vikings fan you know. Let's keep the purple pride alive, SKOL.